about planning, and you've learned about earning. Now you're going to learn about what to do with that hard-earned bread. As you get paid, where should you put it? We'll talk about the difference between banks and credit unions, as well as the different types of accounts you can open, like checking accounts and saving accounts, and why you should have both. According to CNN Money, 4 out of 10 Americans couldn't cover a $400 unexpected expense. And in fact, 68% of Americans have less than $500 in their savings account. With the information you learn in the following lessons, you'll be well on your way to breaking through the national statistic, which means having more money in your pocket. There is a difference between a checking and savings account, and how you use each can make a major difference in living the good life. You'll also learn about short-term savings for things like a new computer, and long-term savings, which you might call an emergency fund. The standard rule of thumb is to have 3 to 6 months of living expenses in your emergency fund. These are for the unexpected events like your car breaking down or a medical emergency, not an emergency spring break trip or an emergency pizza party. The following lessons will teach you the basics of where to put your money once you earn it, so that your money can start working for you. Because after all, you put a lot of time, energy, and work into earning money. You deserve to know where to put it and what to do with it. Saving is a habit, and as with any habit, it's best to start early while your earning power is less, so that it's not as painful to save when you're earning a lot more. The best time to start saving is today. Let's get ready to save.
Okay, so this is Unit 4, savings, and we're going to start with 4.1, Depository Institutions. So the origins of banking, the residents of Athens stored money in temples of the Acropolis 500 BC. What is a depository institution? It is banking institutions have been around for centuries. The first banks were temples. The inhabitants of ancient Athens kept their savings in the temple of the Acropolis. Today's banks may have some similarities in architectural design, but they are much more than a place to store your money. What is a depository institution? It's a financial institution that accepts deposits from the public. Depositories provide security and liquidity. They use your money to lend to others, and they invest in securities. The financial services offered by depository institutions include checking, savings, loans, credit cards, and investments. The main types of depository institutions are commercial banks and credit unions. Commercial banks are for-profit companies. They're also known as national banks. They're the largest type of depository institution. They offer a range of service to consumers and businesses like checking accounts, savings accounts, consumer and commercial loans, credit cards, and investment banking services. They tend to focus on businesses, and they're FDIC insured, which means, if you have your money in the bank, that it's insured that you will always have that money, even if the bank goes broke, up to $250,000. Credit unions were created, owned, and operated by their members. Membership is no longer limited. Members are partial owners. Each member gets an equal vote. They're structured to serve a particular region, industry, or group. Nonprofit companies, any income generated for them is used to fund projects and services that will benefit the community and the interests of its members. The credit union earnings are distributed in the form of dividends to every customer. They're highly focused on customer service. They also offer checking accounts, savings accounts, consumer and commercial loans, credit cards, and investment banking services. The National Credit Union Administration Fund insures up to $250,000. Okay, so what is FDIC? Per depositor, per account type, per bank. So the account types are individual, joint, retirement, and trust. Basically, it stands for Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. The insurance amount is $250 per depositor, per bank, for each account ownership category. So just your money is insured. You can't lose your money if it's in a bank that's FDIC insured. So to wrap it up, look at the differences when deciding which depository institute is best for you. And to do that, I'm going to have you go to our classroom and take a look at the depository comparison of depository institutions, and we're using the Venn diagram. Put the following terms in the correct location. So you can open this in Word, download it and open it in Word, and you can actually type inside there if you would like. Here, this side is going to be the credit union here, and this side, actually, let's do this, bring this back. This side is the commercial bank, and this side is the credit union. So things that are only specific to the credit union, you put over here. Things that are only specific to the commercial bank, you put here. And things that are specific to both, you put in the middle. So FDIC insured, where does that fit? Okay, is that for both of them? If you recall from the slideshow, FDIC insured is for commercial banks, not for credit unions. So instead, credit unions are NCUA insured. So I'm going to hit tab a few times to get over here. So I'm in this part, NCUA insured is only for credit unions. Okay, which ones offer checking accounts? Oh, I'm going to do this. Make sure that stays there. Which ones offer checking accounts? They both do. Okay, and then that wraps around. If you want to just print this out and write on it, that would be fine. It might probably be easier, actually. Next is savings accounts. That's offered for both. Okay, and you see how this goes. So you just need to bring all of these down and put them in their right location.